Hey everybody, NecroVMX here, and this is actually still part of the last video. I realized that I should have just put this at the end of that last video, so I'm just gonna append it here. So let's go into the Dead Sea Runes. The reason that I'm doing this is because as soon as you go in here, disk change happens, and it's kind of hard to record through that. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the video with the disk change, so you just go in one of these Fate Distortions. It doesn't matter which one. I still have Olra in the group. I'll switch her out soon. I deem you worthy of entering the Sea of Eden. Let the path be known for the ones facing fate. Pretty. See you guys next time. And we're back. Now what that Fate Distortion actually did is it switched us from home world to another world, where we are now in the Sea of Eden. Let me swap Olra out of here. I'll put in Fargo. Okay. Alright, so you gotta go to these 3 islands. It doesn't matter what order you go in, just as long as you do them all. You'll have to fight a boss. Which boss you fight depends on which one you go to last. So here's Clotho. Clotho, spinning the thread of life. They're all very similar bosses. It's just what color they are and the attack pattern. But there's no right or wrong way to do this. Got a little louder, huh? There's the future. Future fate. It's Lachesis. Lachesis measuring the thread of life. So, kind of, going with the 3 fates thing, it kind of makes sense that we'll end it with Atropos. In the past. Atropos, cutting the thread of life. We'll have to fight the Atropos boss. Art thou worthy of accepting fate? Oh my. There we go. Are we being tested? Blah, blah. Not a very difficult boss. I think this one's blue. It usually winds up that I fight this one. Vita Tress. Ooh, that damage. Yeah. Inferno. Going after fate. Okay, Fargo, do your thing. Okay, Fargo, what the fuck? Greenfield? Are you gonna use it? Oh, yeah, because part of it's shutting down. Lachesis has stopped functioning. I'm a free fall. And I'm free! Free falling! Alright, rock this shit, Glenn. Oh yeah. Why not? It's not the weakness, but he's green. There's some green on the field. It's a powerful spell. Most of the damage at this point, this is why I'm using the physical attack, or, most of the damage is going to come from the physical attacks. Volcano. That must be Clotho shutting down. Yeah, Fargo got hit hard by that. Clotho has stopped functioning. Well, since Fargo got hit so hard, let me see about healing here. Yeah, it works. Stop missing. Jesus. Fargo, what the fuck, man? Use meteorite. Bammo! 5. Ugh. Cure plus. Alright, let's do Sonic Sword since that's a physical attack. Very nice. Alright, Sergey, end this fucking shit. Oh! 90% chance and he misses. Fuck it. He's Luminaire. Ah, missed again. And there it is using Cure Plus. I was hoping to get it before it did that again. I'll just swap out over Glenn. Jeez. Inferno should do some good damage here. Yeah, not bad. Alright, Sergey, now for real. Ah. Interrupt my combo. Well, at least it didn't hit him. Oh, yeah. It's over. No! No! That's over. Alright, 38th star. Sergey gets 9 hit points of strength and resistance. Fargo 14 hit points of resistance and magic resistance. Glenn 10 hit points of strength and resistance and agility and magic, and level, what is that, 7? No, level 6 spot on his grid. And I got a diva dress out of that for what that's worth. So you get this big rumble. Doesn't matter which of the 3 you fought. You now have access to the City of Fate. Here we are, the future ruins. Chronopolis. I heard Group 3B's experiment today is going to be a biggie. They're releasing the Flame's lock level to D in order to trace the counter-time effect. Yeah, but based on previous experiments, I'm sure it'll work out just fine. During their simulation, Fate guaranteed they would be able to use the Flame as an uplink to extract the anti-annihilation energy associated with it. Don't worry, it'll be a success. I hope so. You're gonna learn a lot here. Once we're done with today's experiment, we have that long-awaited 3-week vacation. I'm heading back to Xenon to spend time with my family. My daughter's birthday is coming up, you know. You're from Medina, right? I've been on the island for 1.5 years now. Man, I've had enough. Aside from the man-made island with this research center, there isn't a single island in the Sea of El Nido. Once we're able to counter time successfully at will, we'll have full control over time. We'll find out soon enough. You said it. Can't believe we've come this far. It's almost time for work. Gotta get back into work mode. Can I read this? Yeah. Chronopolis Military Research Center. May there be everlasting peace for the children of the world, 2400 AD. So this is basically a city from the good future. Here's another boss to fight. created at the end of Chrono Trigger. We created a good future, and now you're seeing that they went to El Nido, which was empty, and created this man-made island. Why is El Nido empty? Because it always was empty. Well, you'll find out about that. Here's a police! Another boss to fight. This guy's... Ah, Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have done... Yeah, that was a mistake. Recover. I didn't mean to hit recover all. Hit the button one too many times, I think, there. Alright. Especially since that's a white and he's white. Megaton Fist! God damn Decepticons. Alright, now I need to heal now. Let's see. That'll do. And push some of that white off the field. This guy's not particularly hard. Physical attacks are going to be what's going to do most of the damage. And I'm free! Free falling! Bam! Oh, robot, get up. After Glenn. Just physical attacks, nothing too big. There we go. Didn't miss that time. Boom! And I'm free! Free falling! Oh, robot, get up. Alright, it is weakened. This is one of those bosses that becomes more powerful when it's weak, so... Let's cut loose with Invincible! Boom! 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 Big boom! Why do you guys keep knocking me down? I didn't even see what the damage number was. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Hell, Glenn, stop missing. Oh, bazookas will probably take out whoever it's gonna hit. If he aims it at... Nah, it's gonna be Glenn. They'll take him out. The only one that would really stand a chance of surviving that would be, Sergei. That's why I have these revives. Stop missing! Why not? Tornado, sure. I was hoping that would end it, but... Oh, going after Sergei, the one who right now is full hit points and is naturally resistant against this asshole anyway. And you just missed 3 times in a row. Alright, we've all been there. Sometimes you just can't perform. Bush Basher. I don't have anything good to use. Might as well use that. Okay, Fargo, get us back on track in terms of the stamina count here. There we go. It's over. Shutting down. I can't believe this, you guys. Alright, we're good. Alright, that's 39 levels there. Sergei's got up 8 hit points of resistance of magic. He's got a level 3 spot on the grid. Fargo, 8 hit points of magic resistance. Glenn, 10 hit points of strength, of resistance, and a magic resistance. And I got a physical negate out of that. Which is good, just my ass kicked there. And I'm actually going to start seeking out as many oh, there's my phone. As many... Where is the phone? As many battles as I can. So it just felt like a bunch of bosses in a row. So until I max, I am going to be fighting all the enemies I see. So got these guys, Gizmotoids, which are red and 8. And Gyroblade, which is white. Actually, since that's white, let's attack that first. Even though he's resistant against Sergei, Sergei's just got the best weapon in the game, so... If I could take him out with physical attacks, or get him close enough to use Deluge. Ooh, well, I won't be able to use Deluge. Okay, Glenn, it's up to you then. I might be able to end this here. Kind of doing this weird, but sometimes it's fun to take out the enemies all on one fell swoop, and this might do it. Yep, I did it. Very nice, very nice. Yes, very nice. Marvelous, marvelous. Okay, Sergei gets a hit point, Fargo gets 3 hit points, Glenn gets a hit point, and I got 2 Denatorites and a Meteor Shower. Actually, I'm going to need Meteor Showers. I'm going to need as many of them as equipped as possible for the upcoming boss battle, so I should see about any Meteor Showers that I don't have allocated. I should allocate them, and it's only one here, but I'll put it right here. Okay. Go through here. Huh. It's that guy. I'll get him on the way back. The yellow brooch. Could probably take that apart. Shiny sand. Get over here! What do we got today? 2 Gizmotoids. No big deal. Very cool. And most of the damage is going to come from physical attacks with these assholes. Not even really a need for elements, just swapping between Sergei and Glenn, you know? It's over. Okay, Sergei gets 2 hit points, Fargo gets 2 hit points, and Glenn gets 2 hit points, and I found 2 Denatorite, which are really not that useful to me at this point in the game, but whatever. Hopefully I'll be maxing soon. We do have a pretty major boss coming up. Come here, you. Alright, 2 Gizmotoids. I'm going to do the same thing as before. She's physical attacks. Very nice, Fargo. He doesn't even have a unique weapon, it's just a prism sword. Of course, that was a pain in the ass to make, but, you know. Sergei gets a hit point, Fargo gets 2 hit points, Glenn gets a hit point, and I got 2 Denatorites. We're actually going to go down here. Yep. Oh, let me hit this. Yeah. Okay. We gotta get the other side going. Robo Sewer Wash. Operate the robot? Yep. Okay. Love that Chrono trigger sound effect it uses. You do have to take the current into account here, and you have to stay on the path. There's a couple of items you can get. Like this right here. Light brooch. Probably get shiny light out of that, or whatever the hell it's called. Cure all. Okay. We're good. There you go, see? What's up, guys? What's up? Alright, I just felt like dicking around. So now we can go across. Bypass that door that you couldn't otherwise. You could actually, what's weird is you could actually, well, I guess for thematic reasons, you could, I'm like looking outside, the leaves are falling, it's pretty cool. You could actually open the door Not that you would need to, but I guess if you want to leave, you could do that. That's a thing that can happen. Okay, Gizmatoids, 2 of them. Yeah, I'm just going to forego elements for now. Unless I feel I need them. Since I'm doing so much damage, put everything into physicality, so... Why use magic if you don't need to, right? I mean, yeah, it's flashy. Sergei gets a hit point, Fargo gets a hit point, Glenn gets a hit point. And I got 2 Denatorites, which I don't really need, but the hit points are good. Well, as many of those as you can. Okay. Let's bitch smack this bitch. I'm actually gonna swap Grobik in for a little bit of this dungeon. Because there's an item here that only he could retrieve. Of course, it's his tech. You guys are attacking right away. Arrow guards. Oh, yes, sweet critical. Glenn. It's over. He doesn't have a unique weapon, he has 2. And Einlands are from each world. Okay, oh, I've maxed. I went too fast. Sergei got a hit point of strength, magic and a magic resistance. Fargo, a hit point then a strength. Glenn, a hit point and a magic. I don't have to fight anything else. And I got 2 screws. So now I can start actually walking around the enemies like I have been. Alright. So let's go in here, mostly because you don't have to come in here till later, but there's a Record of Fate, and I'll be able to switch Grobik in. I'm only using him temporarily. So I'm going to actually switch Fargo out for Grobik. Oh, your mother! And actually, let me see if I can put Glenn in the number 2 spot. That way I don't actually have to use Grobik that often. Let me just briefly talk to the guy over here. He's important, but we'll come back. Come on. Perhaps what we are doing is wrong. If this experiment succeeds, we'll be able to control time. We will have complete control over history and, in a sense, become a presence, much like God. If so, what meaning is there in the history of mankind? But it's too late now. We can't afford to fail in this experiment. If for some reason anything goes wrong, the anti-annihilation energy will probably overwhelm us. Who knows what the consequences may be? You learn so much story stuff in this place. It's really crazy. Alright, I'm mostly going to be dancing around the enemies, so let's come out. Whoa! Whoa! Get in there! Ooh! He almost got me. Not that it's a big deal. Okay, first things first, let's come over here and grab this. Forget-me-not pot. Now, with that way that works, that's actually for Sprig, and it helps really more on New Game Plus, but, normally she can only turn into enemies that she herself has defeated, but if you equip somebody with that Forget-me-not pot, which is an accessory, and they kill the enemy, it'll get added to Sprig's doppelgang list, so... If you're having a hard time recruiting Janice, that could be what you need to do. Get in there, get in there! Oh, I can't get in there yet. Okay. I'll come back. That's where Grobik's thing is. Can't use the elevator yet, either. Oh, yeah, here. Originally, El Nido was nothing but ocean. The El Nido archipelago was purely artificial, created by fate. It was a remodeling plan that took place 10,000 years ago. A plan to include islands blessed with nature in the Sea of El Nido. The main island of El Nido, Earth Dragon Isle, Water Dragon Isle, Black Dragon Isle. The development of elements using the energy of the natural world. The distribution of memory terminal devices called the Records of Fate that could survey and guide people's lives. The research center staff, who had their memories of the future erased, left the center and began a life amidst nature. This is how Fate's paradise came into existence. And for over 10,000 years, Fate has been watching over and guiding the descendants of the staff who left this research center. Everything was in perfect harmony. That is until 14 years ago when a boy came into contact with the flame on the night of the storm. So basically, you know, sometime around the year 2400 in the good future created in Chrono Trigger, these guys figured out how to control time. So they created a bunch of islands and sent themselves back 10,000 years in the past with their memories erased and became the original inhabitants of the islands here. And everything was going good until Sergei was attacked by a Panther Demon, and his father, Wazuki, was trying to bring him to Marbule, and he wound up here at Chronopolis. And you'll find out what happened pretty soon, actually. Where was the lock released for the elevator again? My mind's been blanking out lately. By the way, I saw a boy and a flashy-looking chick touching that panel. That would be Dark Sergei and Kid, so let's touch the panel. Where is it? Come on. There we go. Alright, so that releases that lock. Oh, nothing there. Okay. So let's go get Grobik's thing, and then we'll go in the elevator and check out the 3rd and 4th floors. Here we go. Alright, let's get this first. This cannot be. This is the ancient super weapon that was in development in Por. But what is it doing here? It looks complete. So you receive Grobik's strong arm. Okay. You just dick around with this until you find the code. It's different every time you play it. You could change the code by messing with the panels, but it's better to just brute force the bitch. Surprised it can come up yet. Jesus. Usually it's like 1 or 2, you know? Ah, really? Try closing this. Nope, close it! There we go. You get it. Recharge! Okay. Alright, now over to the elevator. Whoa. Alright, 3rd floor. Ah, yes, this is a cool area. The DNA records are poems and music. Adenine and thymine, guanine and cytosine, rhythm and melody. Perhaps the DNA of the ones who made contact with the flame is recomposed by the sound they generate within. I wonder if life forms are just dreaming in an endless flow of music. Lavos, an extraterrestrial life form that is thought to have fallen from the heavens 65 million years ago. On the timeline that existed before history was changed, Lavos was assumed to have slept deep below the planet's surface, sleeping and consuming the planet's energy up until the day of destruction, known as the Apocalypse. There are those that believe that 12,000 years ago the legendary ancient magical civilization known as Zeal came into contact with Lavos. That fateful encounter is said to have resulted in Zeal disappearing from the surface of the planet within the space of a single night. However, the very existence of the ancient civilization of Zeal has never been proven, so up until this day this theory cannot be confirmed. On some timelines, Lavos appeared on the surface of the planet in the year 1999 and brought the world to ruins. However, a group of young time travelers saw where their planet's history was heading, and through their actions rewrote time. This very research facility exists in that new timeline, in a world where, thanks to the defeat of Lavos by the young adventurers, the apocalypse never happened. On a temporal vector where human civilization continued to evolve unhampered. All the data on Lavos that was obtained from tracing different parallel world possibilities has proven to be volatile with fluctuating discrepancies. Perhaps at this point in time, it is nearly impossible to obtain any true information about Lavos. I know you can examine more than that. DNA, the seeds of life. The human body is made up of 50 to 60 billion cells. Each of these cells contains genes in the form of DNA. These are the fundamental building blocks that exist inside the cell's chromosomes. They store genetic information that can be passed on from parent to child. The structure of DNA is common throughout all life, throughout all universes. Through DNA recombination, life forms take on different forms with variable abilities. Okay. What about here? Okay, we're good. I thought there was something to check out over here, but I guess not. Oh, here we go. Humans and reptiles. 65 million years ago, the reptiles who evolved from reptiles had developed their own unique civilization. This was long before the ancestors of humans who evolved from primates had developed their civilization. Excavations carried out on the central continent of Xenon have revealed that the reptiles already had advanced architectural skills in the prehistoric era. And you of course know that the excavations were carried out in Chrono Trigger when they found the rainbow shell. But the fall of Lavos to the planet and the resulting ice age this brought about rang the death knell for the reptiles and their civilization. After that, the reptiles slowly disappeared from the stage of history. However, in the distant past, humans could have been defeated in the contest of evolution, and the reptiles could have continued to develop. It is not unthinkable that such a timeline could exist in other dimensions. Everything is purely a problem of possibilities, and the world is only stabilized by the viewpoint of the one who observes it. Okay. Rainbow shell. I don't even think you even need to come to this floor, but you learn so much. There's so much cool story stuff around here. Alright. And there's some items, as you see. Alright. Oh, check it out. This is cool. Model of brain analysis. Model of brain evolution. Model of lower animal brain. Model of brain behavior. The life forms on this planet developed from single-celled microorganisms to protozoans, then from fish to amphibians, from reptiles to mammals, and eventually to humans. Beginning with the cerebral neocortex, which only exists in higher mammals, the anthropod brain enlarged at an accelerating pace until it became the human brain we know. Could the reason for the abnormal development of the human brain be the biological contamination caused by Lavos? That would mean that humans are really a heterogeneous life form, or foreign matter as far as the planet is concerned. Humans are a sudden mutation caused by contact with Lavos, an alien life form that fell to this planet from space. That is why humans are, biologically speaking, unbalanced and half-finished. Internally inconsistent and disconnected, the human existence is plagued by contradictions. An incomplete species, torn between love and hatred, whose very being is self-contradictory. From the planet's viewpoint, humans are just destroyers, and a cursed, yet perhaps pathetic, blight on the world. Thanks, asshole. Sometimes it's hard to talk to these guys because you walk through them. We control human emotions by using neurotransmitters. That means by manipulating the neurotransmitters inside their brains. It's possible to control the feelings, and even the personalities of humans. Fate uses the records of Fate to connect directly to the brains of the humans with whom they come into contact. Fate not only imprints what actions the human should take into their brains, but also rewrites their personalities and feelings. Memory scanning and rewriting is not that difficult a thing. As a matter of fact, it is possible to simulate the thoughts and feelings of each individual. These are all just electric signals that flow around the circuitry of the brain, after all. The vessels of flesh can be reproduced through cloning, and the soul stored within those flesh vessels can be simulated as well. Thus, one could even go so far as to say that death itself no longer exists. Of course, the expiration of an individual being, as a variation within the species, still occurs. Overall, we can reverse the old maxim and say that where there is no death, there will be life. Okay. Can I walk around them? Probably not, yeah. It's a combot. I don't know what's in the chest, but something tells me it's not going to be worth it. I just have a feeling... I don't remember exactly what's in there, but I have a feeling it's just not even worth it. Since these robots are so susceptible to physical attacks, I'm just going to stick to that. I mean, this isn't even like a boss or anything, it's just a regular enemy. Slightly tougher than what we've been fighting. As you see, they don't do a whole lot of damage. Glenn, you're up! Oh yeah! Grobik, you probably have a shitty weapon. Yeah, he's doing shit damage. Gunner, get you. Probably a shitty armor, too. Oh! That did it. Okay, we're good. Alright, Grubik has max 6 hit points of strength and resistance. And I got an Inferno. Hellbound. Yeah, see, Hellbound. Come on, man! That's not even close to being worth it. That's some bullshit right there in that treasure chest. That's okay, I knew it was bullshit. Alright, go up to the 4th floor. You basically just go up to the 4th floor to see a cutscene, and then you go down to the 1st floor where the Record of Fate is and talk to that guy, and then you come back up to the 4th floor to get a key card, which will let you get into the basement. Only personnel registered as Arbiter may enter. The experiment will begin soon. Please evacuate to your designated positions. We will do the same in the case of an emergency. Whoa. Alright, yeah. It's a cutscene. Everyone gather around. Let's see. In the 11th century, a scientist by the name of Luca indicated the possibility of time travel through the use of a time egg, which utilizes miniature black holes. Whether this could actually be possible or not is still the subject of intense debate, and no conclusions have been made. According to her theory, by rotating a single point of supergravity, space-time continua can be drawn in, thus making it possible to transform that singular point, which pulls in everything else, into a ring formation. Using this ring as a gate between dimensions, it should be possible to travel back and forth between various space-time. I've heard that the time egg already existed during the legendary ancient dynasty. You shouldn't have to rely on those theories from an ancient civilization that may not have even existed. We can do this. But it's been said that time was altered by using the time egg. That's just a legend. There isn't even any evidence to prove that the ancient dynasty ever existed. The experiment should be starting soon. After we discovered an unusual gravitational field in this barren sea of El Nido, we built several artificial islands and established Chronopolis. This was all done to facilitate our top-secret research. And now our research is about to come to its end. Once the final adjustments are made, the experiment will commence. It's just a matter of time, so everyone should keep up their good work. Chief hasn't returned yet. He hasn't? Then we'll have to hold off until he gets back. To think that time is not absolute, but elastic, relative, and subjective. That there could be individual differences caused by changes in time. Perhaps the same people and life forms even exist in several different space-times. An independent time that flows with a will of its own? What nonsense. Okay, yes. At least one item, I think, to get out here. There's a guy to talk to as well. Ugh, these fuckers. Go away! Nobody likes you. Magnify. Alright. That might be useful, actually. Probably not going to use it, though. The chief said he was going out for a walk. He's probably by the docks somewhere, gazing out to sea. Yeah, that's exactly where he is. Oh, hello. Hello. Might as well talk to these guys, too. The lost ancient magic civilization of Zeal. If it really did exist, someone must have traveled through time to this period. Blah, 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 blah. We may appear to be a military research center, but we're actually conducting research on time. Come on. The research center was established under the utmost secrecy by the central regime. Come on. We're conducting a simulation on phase metastasis. Okay. Alright. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go down to the first floor, we're going to swap Grobik back out for Fargo. And we're going to talk to that guy sitting by the docks and let him know the experiment is about to start. That way we can get into the Arbiter room and get the key card that'll allow us to go down to the basement. It's a pretty simple area, actually. It's just like so much cool stuff to learn. And of course, one hell of a boss coming up. Alright, I'll put Fargo back in. Oh, he's up there. Derp derp. The Time Research Lab, which served as the foundation of this research center, appeared out of nowhere in the year 2300 and was headed up by the scientific genius Balthasar. However, at the peak of his career, he simply vanished. We've continued his work and have come this far. Our work is almost complete. Well, it's about time I headed back. The experiment's about to begin. Of course, you gotta slowly wait for him to slowly walk off screen before you can move. Because why not? Alright. I just head back up to the 4th floor. The easy way, of course. The elevator. 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 There we go. I was about to say any time now. Give you a little elevator music. Alright, now we can get in this room. Check this place out. Come on! Fate is a large-scale prototype completed in the year 2300. It integrated the old Mother Brain computer circuitry into a more powerful supercomputer. Oh, is that what you did? This Fate contains a massive amount of historical data dating up to the year 2400. You can see the 2 worlds there, one where Viper Manor is in ruins and one where it's not. The main computer of Chronopolis is called Fate. This is the observation room. This is where we observe the 2 parallel worlds. Another combat to fight. It'll be a lot easier. Having 3 guys with top tier equipment. Oh, he's got some butt buddies with him this time. Butt buddy. Still want to focus on the combat first. Well, since there's 3 of them, I'll actually take out the combat and then just use a bunch of elements to take out the little guys. Damn it, Glenn! Attack the right guy. Rat-a-tat-tat, motherfucker. 1 damage. Yeah. You're bouncing off a rainbow shell. Come on, you can't fucking touch me. Are you an ass? Do you not know who I am? I'm Sergey, motherfucker. Oh. Come on, Fargo. I'm Sergey, motherfucker. I thought this was going to be an easy one. Go ballistic! Well, it is easy, I just thought it was going to be quick. No, Sergey. He's burned, really? Ugh. Stop missing! That's what's causing all this problem. And now this guy's using Ice Blast, which will probably freeze him. Oh, it didn't. That's good. Alright. We're fucking around. Flying arrow. Oh, that only hits 1 enemy. Shit. Alright, Fargo. End this motherfucker's shit. There we go. Got him. Alright. So I got 2 screws and an inferno. Whatever. Alright. That's what I came for. Card key. But, oh. Let me take care of that burn. There's a really interesting thing, which I'll have to explain a little bit, a really interesting thing that you could view here. Come on. There we go. It all began with a notebook my mother handed me. She told me she found it while cleaning out the closet. This old notebook, covered by mold, was a diary that belonged to my grandfather, who passed away years ago. It contained my grandfather's distant memories. Did this device play back archives? Looks like someone's memoirs. I wonder if you still remember how we first met and our many adventures. It all seemed like a dream. We ran like the wind during those warm summer days long ago. You were a piece of a star that fell from the sky. I can still relive the memories of those days long past, just by closing my eyes like such and whispering your name into the desolate night. Kid. Kid. Radical dreamers, le trésor interdit. What's this? Radical dreamers. What does that mean? There's a conversation with a comrade. Are you ready, kid? I know you're anxious, but stay on your toes. Yeah, likewise, mate. You mess up and I'm leaving you behind. Got that, Sergey? Come on, Magil, let's go. That bastard Link is going to get what he deserves. Say your prayers. Not that it'll do you any good. This seems to be an archive from a different time than our own. Aside from the two worlds we already know about, other worlds and times may also exist. Alright, so basically, there was a sequel to Chrono Trigger that only came out in Japan, which was called Radical Dreamers: The Unstolen Jewel, for the Super Famicom. It was a visual novel. And, I'll go right down to the basement. Anyway, that was some text from it. Chrono Cross is, partially speaking, kind of a remake of Radical Dreamers, but it really enhances on it. Radical Dreamers only had 3 characters, Sergey, Kid, and Magil, who turned out to be Magus from the first game. The closest thing there is to Magil in this game would be Guile, but he's not explicitly stated to be Magus in this game. Magus, how do you say it? I used to say Magus all the time, and I'm used to saying Magus because of Chronicles of a Dark Lord, so, you know, go figure. I'm actually not going to fight this guy, I'm going to run away. The reason I walked up to him like that was to get the 2 robots to separate so I could just sneak past them. So that was a reference to the original version of the sequel to Chrono Trigger, which was Radical Dreamers, which I think was only just them in Viper Manor looking for the Frozen Flame and Lynx. So basically the beginning of this game. Fingerprinted retina scan required. Hey, Project Kid. Please step inside the circle and hold up your left hand. Analyzing. Please stand by. Analysis complete. Fingerprints, retina, and C-class DNA all clear. Data discrepancy due to aging within permissible range. 96% confirmation that this individual is the last registered arbiter. Access granted. Welcome back, Chrono Trigger. So that's why. Lynx needed Sergei's form. Lynx must be inside already. Yeah, along with the Frozen Flame. Alright, let's do this. Final showdown with Lynx coming up. Arbiter confirmed. Access granted. Where are we? Is that the Frozen Flame? Exactly. The hearer of people's prayers, the provider of riches, fame, and power, the bestower of eternal life, the promiser of peace and happiness. This is the essence of what descended from the heavens in the prehistoric age. The living crimson stone, the Frozen Flame. Lynx? What took you so long? You had me worried. Worried that you might have perished on the way here. Are you alright? It's no use. I put her soul to sleep. I had to remove any potential obstacle from us having this talk. Who are you? What are you after? You still don't know? I am the human incarnation of Fate. The living interface of the Fate computer system. Or put simply, I, too, am Fate. What? 14 years ago, on the night of a terrible storm, the cogs began to turn. That night, Wazuki and Miguel set out to sea, carrying a sick young child in their boat. That child was you, Sergei, after you had been attacked by that panther demon. Your poison wounds were beyond the healing abilities of the doctors in Termina or even Goldove. So they set sail to Marbule in order to see the sage there, not knowing how bad the storm would become. Being skilled sailors, the two men were able to survive the storm. They were blown off course and came ashore on this island, where they decided to seek shelter. At the time, this research center was offline due to the severity of the storm. It only took 10 minutes for the system to power back up, but by then the flame had found you. Contact with the flame healed your young body, but that was not all. Once the security card system was rebooted, it would only grant access to you, the Arbiter. You can't imagine the trouble this caused the Fate computer system in achieving its objective. Inside of Fate, there was a standalone circuit that had been kept hidden since the old Mother Brain generation. That circuit was designated to start a malfunction, or more precisely, a rebellion. Who would have thought that such a small bug, a traitor, could exist inside of Fate? That hidden circuit was based on the initial Ash-tier model circuit board, with extra logic added by another scientist. Fate itself did not realize that the circuit was present within the core of its system, or, more correctly, the circuit was programmed so that the moment Fate did detect it, it would erase all record of its detection. Dr. Luca Ash-tier, unbelievably intelligent and incredibly enthusiastic. You might even go so far as to call her a mad scientist. Of course, I don't believe it was Luca alone that devised this plan. I'm sure the first curator of the research center, a man named Balthasar, had a hand in it too. Fate! Bring out the traitor, Prometheus. Affirmative. Ah, you finally released me. Welcome back. So you're the real Sergei. So this is the AI that was based on Robo, actually. Because you remember Robo's real name was actually Prometheus. And when Luca and Balthasar created this, they named it after Robo. I've waited a long time for you. I'm glad you made it in time. Sergei, I beg you. Please bring an end to the enmity between Fate and the dragons. Fate! Eliminate him! Affirmative. Now eliminating Prometheus. No, you cannot! Sergei, please! For the future of mankind. For... the... You... Sure... Oh... Idiot. Destruction to those who oppose the goddess of fate. Lynx, why you? Ha! Come, Sergei! As she is. Or he is. Show me what the purpose of your life on this planet is. Teach me what it means to be alive. You could say it really doesn't even have a gender because it's part lynx and part computer and part goddess. But this is it. Final showdown with Lynx. So of course it's Blackaday. This is a very Chrono Trigger style boss. It even does the countdown. Lead off with Sergei. Commencing countdown. 5. Diminish. If you're going to use a magnify, now's the time to use it, but mostly I'm going to be using weaker elements to try and just get some white on the field. Most of the damage is going to come from my slashes. Let's revive. Oh, what the fuck? Come on, Glad. Meteorite. The thing about Diminish is it not only diminishes the effects of my elements, but also of its own elements, so... 4. Graviton. This isn't so bad. Really, she only has, like, 2 good attacks. One is the one that happens when 0 comes up. I forget what the other one is, but they're both attacks. Come on, Fargo, stop missing. Oh my god, Fargo. Can't even, like, steal. It's okay. Just use your Photon Ray. Pushing white off the field, but I'm replacing it, so it's okay. Once it's weakened, I will cut loose with the elements. All the good stuff. 3. And the music is very Chrono. Yeah, Heat Ray. This is one of its good attacks. It only hits one enemy. One person, rather. That wasn't so bad. I do want to heal. There's no doubt that I'll get hit at least once by the big attack. Probably only once, though. Okay. Photon beam. Is he... Wait, hold on. Is he fatigue? No, darkness. Oh, it's worse than fatigue. Two. Free fall. Yeah. Glenn can certainly take this. Sorge's the only one you really don't want to get hit by free fall. A meteorite? Yes, I do. Okay. Boom. Oh, yeah. Go, go, Glenn. One. Gravity blow. She'll do this twice, too. He, she, it, that. Whatever you want to call it. Fate. Yeah. Think, no, Gravity Blow, that's a really weak enemy, but, you know, twice in a row, it's not so bad in damage, but it does put 2 blacks on the field, and this is, like, right before the big attack, so you definitely want to try and shore yourself up if you can. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everybody's at full hit points, because I know the big one's coming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an element off of Fargo before. Push one of the 2 blacks. Yes! Alright. Push one of the 2 blacks off the field, right? Photon beam. Zero. There we go. Dark energy. This is the big one. No problem. It's weakened. Cut loose. Can't use Saints, but I can use Flying Arrow. This is going to be massive damage. Not bad at all. Recommencing countdown. 5. He attacks it different this time, too. I think, yeah, physical attack. Meteor shower. That's why I was glad to get that before. Really good element to use in this case. Not a lot of damage, but, you know, it's something. It has high magic defense. What do you want, you know? Meteor shower? Oh, God. I could... If it doesn't... I don't know. There's no way. I mean, like, there's a chance I could get Saints off, but probably not. Because Sergei would have to fill up this meter to 8, and he's only at 1. It's probably going to go right now. No, it's over! No need for Saints. Bye, Lynx. There we go. Alright, 40th star. Sergei gets 10 hit points of strength, a magic or magic resistance, and a level 6 spot on the grid. Glenn, 9 hit points, a magic resistance, a level 7 spot on the grid. And Fargo, 14 hit points and a strength. Not that it matters. Yeah. Magic seal! I got a magic seal. Alright. Pretty lengthy cutscene here. Oh, how could you? I, Fate, the goddess of fate, was not meant to die. Hi, Lynx. Where in blazes am I? Sergei, what happened to me? Aha, that's it? The kid has finally found the frozen flame. Here's Harl. Non! Eret! No touches pass! Do not touch it! Kid, I know the feeling you have inside of you. The urge to bring everything to nothing is now stronger than your desire to save everyone. You may want to throw yourself down the cliff of destruction. That is your imperative. A civil play, kid. Do not drag Sergei and the others down into destruction with you. Shut up, you loony. I know what I'm doing. It's too late. There's no turning back now. Fate has fallen. Fate has died. Finally, the time has come. Indeed, the long, endless night shall finally come to an end. Now, for mankind. I shall make you bleed. Feel 1,000,000 years of this planet's agony, pain, and suffering. Great cutscene here. Now you're seeing the rise of the final dungeon. Terra Tower. City of the Reptites. I mean, you guys didn't think the dragons were good. They take the form of man's oldest enemy. Fate was the only thing holding them back. It gets explained in more detail at the very end, but yeah. Terra Tower. It's come back to life again. In the year 2400, during a counter-time experiment, the flame goes out of control. This causes the dimensions to rip apart, resulting in the time crash. Engulfed in an enormous dimensional vortex, Chronopolis was hurled 10,000 years back in time. Perhaps it was the awakening of Lavos, who pulled the frozen flame back through time to it. Maybe so that Lavos, who saw the possibility that some young adventurers might destroy it, could create a backup plan. But that ain't all. At the same time, another city from a different dimension's future was also thrown back in time. Dinopolis, the future city of the Reptites, Azala's descendants, who had evolved more closely with the planet. Just as Lavos, in an attempt to save itself, summoned Chronopolis from the distant future. Perhaps our planet beckoned Dinopolis into the past. Maybe as a measure against Chronopolis and humanity. It wasn't the dragon gods who sealed up the frozen flame. It was fate, which used the flame's power to divide and seal the dragons in slumber. And now that fate has been defeated, the dragons will join together again to start their revenge. And you get to see them merging. All 7 of them, and yeah, you will see it's about to reveal the identity of the 7th dragon. A really cool scene. Like, at first, like, you watch the Green Dragon, and he's just like, oh, I'm hanging out. And then he just, like, fucking... He's like... It's fucking nuts what he does. It's crazy. It's like, oh, we're just flying along. Sky Dragon's like, yeah, I'm in charge. Hall's like, what? And the Green Dragon's like, oh shit, I'm going berserk! Bite you, son! But this is the way they merge. Catch just a glimpse of the fused dragon. Incomplete so far. I feared that it would come to this. I didn't want to have to fight with you if it could have been avoided. Adieu, Sergei. Adieu. So Harl is actually the seventh dragon, representing the seventh unknown color, that of the moon itself. She is the lunar dragon. Meeting of some of the important characters here. Give me a frickin' break! You mean to tell me we were being used all this time? Yeah. Damn! What is done, although we may not like it. In any case, we need to make our way into that floating tower. Yes, we cannot just twiddle our thumbs and do nothing. The only problem is, we have to find a way up there, right? It's not like the great SS Invincible can make it up there either. There has to be a way. Yes, the world has infinite possibilities. There has to be something that will help us reach that tower. At least our objective is clear. I do not know how, but we must find a way. So, like, whatever happened to Kid after that? Doesn't look like she'll ever wake up. Indeed. She is resting at Radius's place. Well, at least she can rest quietly there. Plus Radius will watch over her. Her spirit seems to be possessed by the past. A powerful item is necessary in order to dispel it. I have a powerful item. It's called the Master Moon. Something like the Dragon Tear or the Masa Moon? Yes. No use just moping around here. Indeed, we have much to do. However, time will not wait. And we have to take action. Let's shove off, mateys. Yeah! Alright, that's gonna be it. I'll stick with this party. No reason to switch anybody up just yet. Coming up next, we will do the coolest part of the whole fucking game. Actually, you could beat it at any point. You just need to get a piece of Starkey's ship, and you'll be able to get to Terra Tower. That's all you need. But, if you want the good ending, there's some more stuff to do. And I'll see you guys next time with some of that. But the coolest part is coming up next.